Morning. So as you can tell, I'm looking a bit different and I'm talking a bit different. I'm not long up. I'm a mess, but I was in bed and I was just messaging back and forth with my fiance, and something happened. As of like yesterday, I was able to get the back of my dentures to come down. Like at first I was only able to get this side down and I was only able to get that side down, and yesterday I was able to get both sides down at once, but I couldn't get them off. Like from here to here, they just wouldn't move. So as I'm talking to my fiance, something happens. I managed to unhook it. It's out. It's like day 9 and I finally managed to get this out. Like, it's out. Now, I have swelling still. I have little sore areas from where it's been rubbing. I have some bone spurs over here. This one's the most healed. It's very, very gross. It's not as gross as it looks on camera. It's just because it's wet and the thickness and thinness of different areas in the denture, as well as like there's like plaque and build up and stuff. I don't really see any blood. I'm guessing like that's all been rinsed away over the days. But yeah, let's get this cleaned up. So I had denture tabs and a denture bath, but I don't know where they are right now. What my dentist told me to use the day I got them was some soap, like dish soap, and to use a denture brush. So we're gonna do that now. I've got some, you're okay baby. I've got some warm salt water to rinse out my mouth. I've also got my toothbrush and my regular toothpaste. So I'm gonna use that on my real teeth I have. Yeah, so I've got 3 real teeth left. These 2, and then this one. And I have our bottom ones, and they really need brushed because for the last few days I've not known where anything is. So yeah, I've been a bit gross. And I also can't shower until like Wednesday, and this is Saturday. Because I'm waiting for them to finish my wet room. It's almost finished. I think the only thing that they need to do the only thing less they need to do is to do the floors. The drain's already in, they've got the shower curtain, it's all pretty much done. So I think my flat is nearly ready for me to just get it decorated how I want. But yeah, this is what I look like without my denture in. I don't think you can tell too much. Maybe like more from the front. And definitely when I talk. So let's get this thing brushed up and clean and nice. If I can open, there we go. Get that thing under the tap. Get some soap on it under the tap again, and we're just gonna scrub. What are you 2 girls doing? And we're just gonna scrub. Scrub and scrub and scrub. So it might be obvious, but this side is for like the larger areas. This side is for like the detailing. And we're just going to leave this out for like a few hours just to like let my gums breathe, because they've not been able to breathe since I got this thing in basically. Except for like the times I've been able to pull it down a little bit. Those are the only little bits that I've got air and I've got like pressure relief. So we're going to leave this out for a little bit, and when we leave this out, we're going to leave it in water so that it doesn't dry out. Now we're just going to go in with this side into these little grooves here and just pray. and pray and pray and pray. So I've only had one denture before, and it was literally like these two side teeth here, and that was it. We're gonna rinse it off and see how it's looking. And see, it's about clean. I'm just going to go over it one more time, just to make me feel better about things. But yeah, I've had one denture before. It was a little two-tooth thing. It wasn't an immediate denture. It was like this one, except for, like, obviously instead of having the front teeth, it just had like how this is done here, except for all the teeth. It just had little clasps that fit in between the spaces of my teeth. That's the denture that I had before, and I only wore it for a little while, and then it broke. I got it fixed, and then I was moving and I lost it, and then when I found it again, it didn't fit anymore. And that is why that tooth is so tiny, because of how much space closed up in that short time. And that was now years ago. But yeah, this is my temporary denture, and I will be getting my permanent denture. Permanent dentures aren't dental implants. Temporary dentures, permanent dentures aren't dental implants. They are the denture that you'll be wearing for the rest of your life until they wear down or no longer fit, or, you know, they're just your dentures that you get once you're done healing, and once all the swelling's gone down and your bones have shrunk to where they're going to shrink to. But if you don't wear your permanent denture or your temporary denture, your bones are just going to keep shrinking. Nothing's going to stop that. In fact, even wearing them, like wearing a denture, is only going to slow down the shrinkage of your bone. If you don't want any bone loss, you're going to want to get the implants. You can get implants that are like screwed in, or you can get snapping implants, and it's kind of like this magnet thing. It's literally like they screw it up into your jaw, and then it's got like little kind of magnet clippy things, and they just sort of snap in and out like dentures. You're going to want to get them, because it's the implant rods that simulate the root of the tooth, and while you're biting and you're eating and stuff, they'll move very slightly in your jaw to stimulate, to signal to your jaw and your bone to make more, to like reproduce more bone, so that prevents the bone loss. But with dentures, you've not got anything in your bone to kind of send those signals and create that chain of events. Snapping dentures, the ones that are kind of like little magnet thing, is something I would like to kind of like look into getting at some point. But for now, just healing up, getting used to dentures, my wedding, moving house, these are all just the things I want to focus on right now. Like my teeth, you know, it'll all come together, just as God made this come together, so shall he make, you know, the whole whatever is gonna be of my teeth come together. I think we're done. Yeah, we are. I think I'm seeing like gunk here, but it's actually just the teeth coming through, like where the teeth are placed. So this is what the inside of it looks like. Yeah, that's just what it looks like. Here, like on my tongue, this doesn't feel smooth. Like I can feel little deviations in the acrylic. I actually was worried I was going to be allergic to this because I can't wear like the nails or anything, because when I do, I just like, I have reactions. I'm also very, very allergic to latex, so I was completely uncertain of how this was going to go. So this is what an NHS temporary denture looks like. Hang on. So you can see, like, it has some detailing, like some slight like little gum, like little fake veins. It's not completely thingied, like it's not all contoured at the front or anything like you'd get with sorry, I think I've got soap. It feels like I've got soap all down my arms. It's not all like the gums aren't all chiseled out and contoured like you'd expect, like you'd see with privately made denture. I'm just gonna kind of go over these with some of my regular toothpaste a little bit, not too hard. I just want, and not too much, I just want to like kind of clean up these teeth a little bit better because they are needing some help. But yeah, they aren't bad. They fit fine, I think, but I'm still like healing, as you can see. Like, it's still a bit of a mess. Part of me is glad that these didn't come out any time before now, because like I think it would have just been like way too traumatic for me to see my gums in a worse state than this, because when I got the teeth out initially, it was quite traumatic for me to see. It was quite traumatic for me to, like, when they had me practice taking the teeth out, that was seeing my gums the way they were I just started shaking. I was in a lot of shock. So I'm just glad that this has happened the way it has. And like I said at the beginning, when I first couldn't get them out, I trusted God and I trusted my body that these would come out when it was time for them to come out. So yeah, let's have a wee look at these and see how we're doing. Normally you wouldn't have to clean your dentures this much to this extent. It's just because these have been in my mouth for so long. We're just trying to do our best with them, you know, like we're just trying to get them to as clean as possible, because I've not been able to like remove them and clean them and do everything that's needed done, not just for my dentures but for my gums as well. So we're going to take our time and we're going to spend some time just sort of like looking after our gum and my gum, not your gum, but we're going to spend some time looking after my gum and my denture. So that's that all rinsed off. Let's take a look, and it all seems pretty, yeah, at least I think it's okay. I did use a kind of abrasive toothpaste, well, kind of abrasive, actually quite abrasive. This is a toothpaste I use for my natural teeth. I started using this before I got my denture. Not long before I got my denture, but before I got my denture. And I just did that to kind of clean them up a little bit more than they clean up with the soap. But I did continue to use my denture brush. So we're just going to rinse these off once again. Make sure all the toothpaste and stuff's off, because that toothpaste does have it has bicarbonate soda, baking soda, and it has something else in it as well as fluoride. So we're just gonna rinse this little cup out here, pop the dentures in, empty that a little bit because it's gonna, you know, water distribution when I put my hand in to grab them next time. So that is just, well, you can't really see, but that is them in their little cup of water to keep them hydrated. Now onto my mouth. I'm going to add some Just gonna get my brush and we're gonna mix that salt in a little bit there. And we're gonna add some cooler water because it's still quite hot. Mix that up again. I don't know what that voice was, but it's me. I do strange things at strange times and I'm probably very inappropriate. We're just going to rinse these first and then we're going to gently brush everything. I definitely have some bone spurs. I had like 15 bone spurs with this one down here. I can't really see it. So I'm used to them at this point. My teeth are yellower than they normally are. So they're not matching that denture at the moment. But they will once I get them all brushed up with the Orajel stuff, they'll be back to normal. My plan is to sort of lighten these up a little bit, not too much because I'm not into like the whole, like I want to look just like how I'm meant to look, not like, you know, like I've fallen out of a like some kind of like aesthetician's whatever salon thing. Esthetician? I don't know what they're called, but whatever. I need to learn what they're called because I think my future sister-in-law is one. But yeah, I don't really like that kind of fake look or whatever, like thing for whoever wants to do it. But for me, I want to just look as much as how God intended me to look. Minus like a few things that I've fucked up myself, or damn it, the swearing. Minus the few things that I've messed up myself, like my ears. Minus the few things that have gone wrong because of my health, but I assume that all these things are part of God's plan anyway, because if it wasn't part of his plan, it wouldn't happen, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna rinse my mouth out with this. That feels so good. So when you're rinsing out, like especially at first, if you can get your denture out sooner than I could, you're going to just want to let the salt water sit over the wounds. You're not going to want to like swish it, just let it sit and then dribble it out. So you're like, you go and then dribble it out. Because I'm healed pretty good, blood clots, or clearly my blood clots were definitely protected by the denture. Me and Dry Socket are very, very good friends. Me and Dry Socket are almost as good friends as me and pain management, well, pain and trying to manage my pain. I'm better friends with pain than I am managing it at the moment. But yeah, so you're just gonna want to like spoon salt, hot water, let it cool, you know, aftercare. It's extraction, you want to do your aftercare. Now I've forgotten what I was gonna say. This is very all overwhelming. I'm in shock that they came out. It's a big adjustment to see myself and speak and feel no teeth in my mouth. But yeah, me and Dry Socket, great friends, go way back. But my sockets and my blood clots were protected by my denture. So I don't really have to, and obviously this is like day 9, so ideally I'd be way more, well, I don't know if I'd be way more healed in this, but I'd be a bit more healed in this. My mouth would be in a bit of a better state. Things would have been moved along a bit, but as it was, I got stuck in my denture, so we're just gonna do it now, but I don't have to do the just letting the water sit and then dribble it out, because obviously I've healed up to a point where I don't have to do that. But if you've just had your teeth out, you're going to just let the salt water sit around the extraction site and then just dribble it out. Don't spit, don't swish, don't like all this stuff, because it's going to dislodge your blood clot. You're going to get dry socket, you're going to have to go back to the dentist, and if you don't go back to the dentist, you're going to be in a world of pain. And as somebody who's had 3 babies and who lives with multiple chronic pain conditions, I can assure you that dry socket is one of the worst pains you're ever going to have, especially if it's from a big tooth. So no swishing, no spitting, sit, dribble, we're good. When you get to a more healed spot, sorry, I hate the taste of that salty water in my mouth. Once you get to a more healed point, you can start to like kind of swish it, spit it, swish it, spit it, but don't spit forcefully, just like, you know. And when you're brushing, you're really super gentle in these areas. They do need to be brushed when you get to a certain point of healing. And then once your gums are healed, like fully healed, just brush them, because your gums need to be brushed too. You're going to brush your teeth like your normal teeth as normal, but be careful of brushing the teeth where you've got extractions next to them, because you don't want to dislodge your clots, you don't want to like reopen wounds, you don't want to aggravate the healing process. I'm doing slightly more aggressive swishing than I'd normally do for this stage of healing, because I have had those dentures stuck in for so long. I'm going to do like half of this salt water, and then I'm going to brush. I'm going to do some more salt water, and then I'm going to rinse my mouth as normal. I do not use mouthwash. Mouthwash dries my mouth out. It also makes me gag. It makes me feel very, very sick. And so does minty toothpaste, but I keep forgetting to ask my dentist for the non-minty, the non-flavoured and non-foaming toothpaste that she gives me. So we're making do with what we have. But I do not use mouthwash. I also can't get dental floss between my teeth. I could probably get them between these teeth now, but I cannot get them between these teeth because they're just so close together. She did recommend that I get the pink interdental brushes. I have them. I haven't opened them yet. Everything got packed up, so they're somewhere in here. I just don't know exactly where. So we're just gonna make do with the best of what we have. That probably didn't come out right, but I mean, my brain's just sort of all over the place with this whole situation going on. You're meant to let your bone spurs come out normally, or they'll reabsorb back into your body. But there is some things you can do to like get them out. There's these little things you can like use to, it's almost like teething, and it'll slowly help to work out the bone spur. Depending on how far it is out of your gum, you could probably wiggle it out with your tooth. There's a bunch of different ways you could get that out, but brushing gently, swishing, and those little kind of teethy things, they should be enough. Apart from that, you're meant to just sort of like leave them be. I have one right here. And that is what's causing my swelling, and I didn't know that. I had a feeling I had a bone spur. Like I couldn't feel it jagging, but I had a feeling I had it. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It wasn't jagging, but it's like there's a certain type of like swelling and pressure that only comes from a bone spur, even when you've got a denture in. It feels so strange to be able to like feel the air on my gums, like around my gums. It's very, very, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, it's such a bizarre feeling to feel that. It's such a bizarre feeling to feel that. So here we have my favourite toothpaste. This is fennel flavour. It does foam, but it's fennel, it doesn't make me nauseous, and I'm going to mix that. This is like my childhood toothpaste, so I'm going to mix a little bit of that with like a little bit of the Orajel, a little bit of that, just to kind of like ease up the flavour for me a bit. Oh, I can't wait to have like a shower and, you know, just like whatever, you know, just sort of like freshen up, wash my hair. just because I can't do all that right now because my shower isn't finished yet. It'll be finished on Tuesday, and I think I'll be able to use it on Wednesday or Thursday. But whatever is going on with it, I can't wait. I can't wait to just be able to shower and get on with things. So yeah, I'm just going to brush my teeth as normal now. You don't need to see that. Everyone knows how to brush their teeth. Well, most people know how to brush their teeth. There's actually this little trick that even I didn't know until recently. And it's like this little thing you like circle and flick. And I can't do it properly because of my disabilities. But yeah, so when I say everybody knows how to brush their teeth properly, no, actually a lot of people don't. And a lot of people don't know how to brush their teeth at all. It's just, you know, people come from different households, different backgrounds. People's parents care a different amount. People's parents know different things, and it's how it is. So we're gonna do our best. So that's our teeth first. Need some time and some help. There was bleeding because I've not been able to brush my teeth in a bit, and I just have, I don't know why my gums have always just been bleeders. I don't know if it's my HEDS or toothpaste, toothbrush technique, whatever, I don't know. I'm a bleeder. I did try and brush my gums gently a little bit. Probably where most of the bleeding came from, probably, I hope. A bit more salt water. Still got that little bone spur. I'm going to do a little salt water. We're going to do some cool tap water. And, oh, that salt tastes disgusting. And yeah, that'll be us. And then we'll put our dentures back in, and a little while after our gums have had some rest, I'm going to put some Oragel, which is benzocaine gel. I'm going to put that on my gums and stuff just to give them a little bit of relief. I expected a lot more of like stuff, like gunk and build up and stuff to come off my denture and to come out of my mouth and the roof of my mouth and stuff, but I guess the rinsing and stuff I've been doing for the past 9 days is like, I suppose if I hadn't done any of that, if I hadn't even like tried to keep it clean as I did, then we'd have had that issue. When I'm rinsing, even before brushing my teeth, I'm just keeping an eye on what's coming out while I rinse. I'm letting that kind of go slower than just rinsing straight out, because I just want to make sure that like what's coming out and how much is coming out, and just like sort of monitor it, because I have had issues with healing in the past. So now we're going to do a little cool water. I'm just going to rinse this cup out, get some of that salty taste away. I'm doing the cool water just to like sort of get that salty taste away, freshen up my mouth, cool my mouth down a little bit, just make everything feel a bit, you know, more normal. Oh, that cool water on my gums there was as heavenly as the cool water I got on my gums when I first tried to get my denture in that very first video. Oh, that was amazing. That felt really, really good. And I'm swishing the water. It's gentle, but I'm doing it in side to side, back and forth, just to kind of make sure that I'm getting as much of it as I can get. My mouth feels so much cleaner now. Oh, I'm so glad I could get that thing out of my mouth and get all this cleaned up. It feels so much better. It's like getting a shower after a long time, or having like a nice cool drink of water after being in a desert somewhere for days on end and being dehydrated, not having anything to like eat or drink, not even like, I don't know, it's just, it feels so good. I don't know what it is, I hate swallowing anything, like the saliva in my mouth after I brush my teeth, even if I've rinsed my mouth a gazillion times. I'm just cleaning out my denture brush now. That bone spur is really bothering me, and it's going to bother me till it comes out, and it's like my gum feels like hot. All feels really strange. I don't know, I can't explain it. Now that my teeth are out, I don't miss them like I thought like I did. So when that last first tooth came out, like when that last front tooth came out, this one, like these ones came out, none of them really put up a fight, but when that one came out, I felt a disconnection. I feel like I was being disconnected from something. Obviously our teeth are with us the majority of our life, if not our entire life. We build up, we do have a connection with them, and it's greater than just physical, like our hair and our skin, our eyes, our organs. We'll have this spiritual connection to each part of ourselves. And I felt a disconnect when that last tooth came out, and I don't really know how to explain it. Maybe if you've had like your teeth, like all your teeth or your front teeth removed or whatever, and you're awake for it, then maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I don't really know how to explain it to somebody who's not had it out. But yeah, I went through it right here, right there. I think I'm healing up okay. Let's see what my denture is doing. I'm not putting it back in. I'm just gonna like give it a final rinse off, just to like, I don't know what it is. I'm just, because it's been stuck in there so long, I'm just like wanting to make sure everything's like, you know, nice and clean and fresh, and just not sitting in anything that shouldn't, you know. Just rinse that off. Rinse the cup out. More water in the cup. Empty some of that water for displacement. I'm gonna just sort of, hey. I probably shouldn't be fiddling with this so much, and I probably won't as time goes on. It's just for now, like, I'm a bit kind of, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's a lot for me to take in mentally and emotionally and physically. Now I'm just gonna, you know, clean up my tattoo because it's still healing. Everything's still healing. This is 3 days younger than that, so yeah. The second skin fell off of this before I even got home, because like the way my arms move, and I was wearing long sleeves, and well, I was wearing a long sleeve jacket thing, like I knitted this jacket over it. So yeah, it was just a bad combination of clothing, wheelchairs, and second skin. So yeah, I'm gonna go get my tattoo cleaned up and get back to bed and rest a bit, take my meds and stuff, because I spent all this time panic cleaning my mouth and my denture, and it's been over half an hour. So see you soon. I love you, God loves you, Jesus loves you, the Holy Spirit loves you. Take care of yourselves and each other, be kind to yourselves, and I'll see you all soon, you know, and we'll continue this little journey and see what happens. Okay, bye.